Hi there, Doc J Zimmerman here. How you doing today? I want to take a moment to talk to you about a part of chiropractic that doesn't usually get talked about. We're going to talk a little bit about chiropractic philosophy. Now you're probably wondering, philosophy, isn't that sort of a social type science topic? Well, chiropractic has three distinct parts to it. It's a science, it's an art, and it's a philosophy. And I talk about the science all the time when I quote research statistics on chiropractic and its effectiveness and how chiropractic works with immunity. So there's a definite science aspect to it because it's dealing with anatomy and physiology. And then the art of chiropractic is how the individual practitioner practices chiropractic. That's his art form. Does he do adjustments with hands? Is he using instruments? Is he using other techniques? Now, the art form of chiropractic, as you can guess, just like art in general, it's based on the individual. Every chiropractor is different. One chiropractor's touch is different than another chiropractor's touch. So that's the art of chiropractic. Now, the philosophy of chiropractic is why we do what we do. Now, over the years, the philosophy of chiropractic has sort of been, I don't know, I'd like to say lost, but it's not lost because a lot of chiropractors take the time to explain that philosophy. I mean, I do it with you guys all the time, only you may not know I'm doing it. I do it in subtle ways. But over the years, the chiropractic philosophy has sort of got watered down a little bit and sort of left behind, where chiropractic is now mainly thought of as a treatment for neck or back pain. And rightly so, because chiropractic is extremely effective in treating neck or back pain. I mean, that's what that's what brings people to our office nowadays. But a long time ago, chiropractic care was not known for neck or back pain. When it was first founded or developed, it was based on the body's ability to heal itself. Did you ever hear the story of the first chiropractic patient? Well, the first chiropractic patient didn't have neck pain, he didn't have back pain. The first chiropractic patient was deaf. He couldn't hear. So now you're probably thinking, well, what does that have to do with chiropractic? Well, as the story goes, back in 1895, a deaf janitor was visiting D.D. Palmer from Davenport, Iowa. And D.D. Palmer is the founder of chiropractic. And he practiced in different forms of healthcare back then. And the janitor had come to D.D. Palmer and he had told him that he hadn't been able to hear for 18 years. And after further investigation, it's told that the janitor had stooped over during work and felt a pop in his upper back or his neck. And from that moment on, he gradually lost his hearing to the point where he couldn't even hear the ticking of a watch. And he suffered with that for 18 years. So D.D. Palmer examined his neck and his upper back, and he was feeling the bones in the spine, and he felt an area to him, and this is new to him, it felt like one of the bones was sticking out further than the other bone, like it wasn't in the proper position. And the janitor had said that's where he felt the pop, and that's when he gradually lost his hearing. So D.D. Palmer rationalized that if he felt a pop and the vertebra went out of position, maybe if the vertebra went back in position, his hearing might come back. So D.D. Palmer delivered what we would call back then a crude chiropractic adjustment. And he did it once, he did it twice, and he had the patient come back a third time. And by the time the patient came back for the third visit, his hearing had come back. So at that time, D.D. Palmer naturally, because there was no chiropractic and he didn't understand what was going on, he had thought that he discovered the cure for deafness. Interesting, right? So he started calling for deaf people to come to his practice, and he would start working on deaf people and lots of deaf people. And as you can imagine, when he was working on these people, he didn't get the same results. Hearing didn't come back. But what he did notice is that as he was finding malpositions, or what we later learned to be subluxations of the spine, and he was adjusting them, in every patient, different things were occurring where the subluxations were. So there was different effects on other people's health. Maybe one person, he worked on their spine, their heart palpitations went away. Another person, his digestion improved. Another person, he could breathe better, things like that. In women with menstrual irregularities, the menstrual irregularities cleared up. So now he's going, well, what? Here I thought I found the cure for deafness, and now I cannot replicate the cure for deafness again, but I'm doing all these adjustments and all these other things are curing up. So that's when he went into his serious study of anatomy and physiology and neurology, and that's how he made the connection that chiropractic care was not treating an individual condition like deafness, or like asthma, or like allergies, or like digestive problems. But what chiropractic was doing, it was improving the function of the human body by taking pressure off of nerves that control those types of symptoms. So, some people may have had subluxations that were pressing on nerves that were interfering with neural impulses to the respiratory system, and those people had a lung issue. And other people may have had subluxations that were pressing on nerves that interfered with the reproductive system, and those women may have had menstrual irregularities. And then other people may have had other issues that affected other parts of the body due to the neural impulse flow. So back then, that's when he laid down that principle, or the philosophy of chiropractic, that chiropractic is not a treatment for disease. And I just want to go over this again, because this is probably one of the biggest things that has existed since 1895 that I have to deal with on a regular basis, is that the naysayers of chiropractic, the people who have never been to chiropractic before, or even people in the medical profession or other health professions who don't really understand what chiropractic is, they'll typically say, oh, those chiropractors think that they can cure everything, and they call it a bunch of bogus, BS, and they just don't really understand that chiropractors are not actually claiming to cure anything other than misalignments of the spine. It's just that the effect of that misalignment or that subluxation, what is it doing on the individual? How is it affecting their health? How is it affecting their wellness? How is it affecting their body's performance? So the philosophy of chiropractic developed over time that chiropractic is not a treatment for disease, but it's a way of improving the body's function by removing nerve pressure. So that because the nervous system is the master controlling system in the body. The brain sends messages down the spinal cord out the spinal nerves, and that's how the body works. I mean, that's in every medical nervous system book that's ever been written, and way back from the beginning with Gray's Anatomy. The nervous system controls the function of every part of your body. So when chiropractic laid down that principle of taking pressure off the nerves, it's just a way of improving nerve flow. And when we improve nerve flow, we can now have an effect on the body, a positive effect on the body. So while chiropractic is not a treatment for disease, our philosophy, as you can see, it can work in all diseases. Wow, what do I mean by that? Well, tricky, but if you do have a disease or an illness, same thing, right? If if you do have a disease or an illness and you have subluxated vertebrae in your spine that are putting pressure on the nerves, that are disrupting neural impulses to your body parts, your organs, and your systems, should you leave it that way? Or do you think that by having your spine adjusted, it might help your body work better, and then to help you deal with whatever disease or health condition that you're dealing with? So that is the philosophy in a nutshell. Chiropractic is not a treatment for a disease, yet it works in the body to improve function, to improve performance, and thus improving overall health. So again, as I said, I deal a lot with people, naysayers, who say, chiropractic, you shouldn't say that chiropractic, like for instance, just recently with the viruses, chiropractors are getting a lot of heat from either the general public or more than likely the medical profession for saying that, that we're talking about chiropractic and viruses. Well, and these experts are saying, well, there's no relationship to chiropractic treating viruses. Chiropractic is not a treatment for viruses. Do not listen to these chiropractors when they say that they can help you with your virus, because chiropractic care is not an antiviral treatment. Well, you know what? I agree with them 100% every single time that they say it, because it's not. Chiropractic is not a treatment for viruses, just as it's not a treatment for asthma, or it's not a treatment for colitis, or it's not a treatment for like I said, menstrual irregularities. It's not a treatment. It doesn't treat conditions. It doesn't treat the symptoms of those things. But chiropractic can help in those areas because it's removing nerve pressure, and the nervous system controls the function of all of that. And the nervous system is responsible for health and healing. So that's the chiropractic philosophy. So when you hear somebody say, oh, chiropractors are nuts, they tell you they can treat viruses. Well, it's not true. Never said it, never will say it. But I will say that chiropractic care has a profound effect on the immune system. I can back that up with science. And by improving immune function, I can help the body be healthy and not treat disease. You follow me? So chiropractic philosophy, it's a long, lengthy discussion, and I'm sure there'll be more videos where we'll talk about different aspects of chiropractic philosophy. But the first major hurdle of chiropractic philosophy that I want you to understand is that chiropractic is not a treatment for disease or symptoms of health conditions, but it is a way of improving the function of the human body by taking pressure off the spinal nerves. All right, so that's your Chiropractic Philosophy 101 lecture for today, and as I said, I'm sure there'll be more. I hope you have a great day. Take care.